Hey, what's up, gorgeous people? You're welcome to another beautiful episode of our Love, Date, and Relationship. It's your favorite girl, B. And today, guys, I'm going to be talking to my ladies in particular. I'm going to be telling you guys the reason why that guy will date you 2-3 years, months, and he's still going to leave you and get married to the girl he just met in weeks or just a few months. Let's go along and let's see where you're making a mistake. Let's go, guys. So I'm going to be giving you guys the reasons why most of you girls get jilted on or get, left, get dumped. Let me use the word dumped. Yes, you get dumped. It's not because sometimes some of you don't even do anything wrong. Let's understand this, because that male gender, they can be very confused. Yes, I understand that. The male gender can be very confused, but some of you, it's the little things you don't even know you're doing. It's the little character, the little habit, the little behavioral patterns that you've picked up while growing up that is actually affecting you now in your love life, and it seems like you can't seem to keep a man. Alright guys, I'm going to be letting you know of 9 different things that you don't even know you're doing, or you might have an idea and you want to stop or you want to change, that's causing you to lose that man. Number 1 is you don't like to be held accountable. Some of you, when a man comes to you and tells you, oh, this is what you've done wrong, or this is, I feel some type of way about our relationship, the way our relationship is going, he tries to tell you certain things, or maybe he's just opening up his heart to you. Some of you get violent, some of you get defensive. There's nobody that is perfect. No one is perfect in this life. So if someone is telling you, I feel this kind of way, you make me feel this way, I don't like this, I don't like this, how can we work on this to be better? And the first thing that comes to your mind is to become defensive, to say, no, that's not me. You don't want to calm down and listen. You don't want to really search yourself and say, okay, I understand your point. Maybe I don't really see, some of us, we have pride. So you can go by saying, okay, maybe I don't really see this thing you're talking about right now, but I'm going to search myself deeper, and I'm going to try to work on it. I'm going to try to correct it. You don't have to get defensive, because for someone to even have the courage or to bring out the time to actually address something, that means it's actually bothering that person. It's a thing of concern. So you don't wave it off by being violent or try to become defensive, or you just try to switch the whole thing. Some of you now bring up, oh, what about this time he did this? Oh, what about, no, that's not the time for you to start bringing up what he did wrong. He's addressing what you did wrong. Focus on the topic at hand, trash it, and try to make things better. All right, guys, moving on. You taking him for granted. Some of you girls, once you realize that a man is head over heels in love with you, that's when you now balance and now bring out the bad character in you. That's when you now want to show yourself. That's when you now feel like, you've arrived, that you own his heart. Nothing can happen. He's not going to be able to walk away from you. He's not going to be able to leave you, because you know he so much loves you. Then you start to take him for granted. You start to do things that you shouldn't even do. Deep down, it doesn't even make any sense. But you start to do that because oh, I have him where I want him to be. So anything I do right now, it's okay. It's chilled. That's super not right, girls. If you know your man loves you, it's not a disadvantage for him, because these days we've made men we've made them feel like it's difficult for them to now come out and express their feelings, because they don't want to take it for granted, because they don't want to be treated differently, because they don't want to see shege in the relationship. So please, ladies, you guys have to work on that, and you guys have to change. Bad behavior, you can be pretty from head to toe, like your skin is glittering, your accent, your education, everything is on point, your educational background is on point, your family background, you are good all around. But you see, bad behavior has made so many girls unmarriageable. It has made so many girls a guy can't even take it next step. And you're asking yourself, but I'm pretty, but I'm smart, but I'm educated, so what's wrong? It's your character, my dear. Yes, come close, it's you. It's your character that's actually your problem. If you can work on your character, of course, you might have gone through series of relationships, and if they are telling you that, oh, is this particular thing you do that I don't like, and you're defensive, you're not trying to work on it, you're not trying to change, you're trying to say, oh, you accept me for who I am, you try to blame it on your zodiac sign, how you're Capricorn, how you're Suya, how you're whatever it is, Gemini, whatever it is, Cancer. You always try to blame it on zodiac sign, or you tell people to take it the way they are. No, you're an adult. Be responsible. Be responsible and take control of your actions. You can't keep going around and say, take me the way I am, and all what sorts of nonsense. You only touch your man when you want to have sex. Like when you want, some of you don't even instigate sex. Like you guys are lying down on the same bed. You know you really want this. Maybe the man is, maybe he's not in the right frame of mind, but all he needs is just a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of how was your day, what's wrong, just get him in the right mood. But no, you will just wait. Let it be that the man is always the one instigating the sex, always the one trying to touch you. Some of you, even when they touch you guys during sex, you just lie down there like a log of wood. You're not responsive. You don't try to make you don't try to create other fun sexual activities. Everything is just too rigid. It must be on the bed. It must, you won't have rules and regulations. It's not even like you have days when you even want to give it up. It's not even spontaneous. It's as if, okay, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, that's it. Now, some of you even go as far as making such crazy rules. Or when a guy touches you, I'm not in the mood, I'm not this, I'm not that. All those little things are the things it's going to be like, if I can see this in relationship or courtship, I'm going to see Shege Pro Max in marriage. You girls know how, some of you are like, how to give attitude to a guy. Maybe he must have done something wrong, his attention, maybe, guys, actually, I've come to understand that guys are very simple, logical beings. Like, they don't really think as deep as we do. Like, we ladies, we're actually deep thinkers, but for a man, it's just on the surface, and that's just where it ends. So you're giving him attitude over something he must have done and even forgotten he did it. In your mind, you're like, oh, so this guy will tell me this. He might have actually forgotten. Like, literally, he might have forgotten, because what a man is thinking on his head is not one, is not two. He's thinking of providing for you. He's thinking of providing for his own family. He has so many responsibilities. He has projects. Maybe he wants to build his own house. Maybe in his office, he has been given a target to hit. There's just a lot on a man's mind. You don't expect him to start thinking of something trivial, as maybe he woke up and did not peck you on the right cheek. You always like to peck on the right cheek. Maybe he did not just little things that or even if it might not be little things, it might be big things, but call it to his attention, because no matter how loud you say it in your mind, he's not a mind reader. Find a beautiful time, a good time. Maybe when you guys are done eating, you're in this very comfy mood. You can bring it up as a joke. Everything must not be, honey, I want to talk to you. Honey, we need to talk later. You start to make him overthink things, and by the time you're bringing up that topic, he gets defensive. You cannot even, just don't give him a warning. Just be cool, forget, like, act light. Don't start carrying heavy mind around. Treat him to a good meal. Once you guys are in that comfortable mood, you can bring it up. You can be like, oh babe, I didn't like what you did this time. I didn't like, or see, why did you do this? Why? It might even give you good reasons, and you might understand his reasons. Or if his reasons are not good enough, he's going to, if it's a reasonable man. And the next on my list is to learn to stop dismissing your man's feelings. It's not only we ladies that have issues. Like, it's not only us that notice something bad, or we're always the ones that are always being offended. We're always the ones that men are trying to offend. Sometimes we do things that they don't like. The truth is that men, they are not talkers. Like, a man processes things in his head. It's very rare for you to see a man that for every single thing you do, he confronts you about it. Some wouldn't say a thing to you. They're just processing. It's all in their mind. And at the end of the day, you see that he tells you, babe, I don't think this can work. And you're like, how? Where? This? But there's been series of things, series of characters, series of episodes that must have happened that has led him up to that point. And he wasn't even telling you about it. He was processing, thinking in his mind. And that's now the after effect you're seeing now. Him telling you, I don't think this whole thing can go further than what it is now, because he knows he can't cope. If he takes it a step further, he's going to lose his mind. So some of you, when a man comes to you and tells you, oh, this is what you did, or this is what you're doing, I think you should improve, or I think we can make things better, don't dismiss his feelings. Don't learn to communicate effectively. Don't dismiss his feelings. Try to listen. Try to work on things. Even if you're the breadwinner of the family and let him have an opinion. Let him have a say. Let him still feel like a man in his house. Okay, so at the end of the day, you don't dismiss a man's feelings. That's a no-no. Stop being selfish. Ladies, we need to stop being selfish. We always think that on birthdays, on anniversaries, it's always a man's duty to gift. A man keeps giving. He establishes a business for you. He trains you in school. He has taken over responsibilities of some of your siblings. He has taken, maybe your mom or your dad, he has taken over the responsibility of your family. Like, sometimes try to put a smile on that man's face, try to encourage him, try to make him feel loved as well. You're not the only one that receiving gifts is your love language. If I should ask, if we should go on the street right now and do a survey, there are so many men that receiving gifts is their love language, but you see that in their lifetime they never receive gifts. Rather, they'll tell you that they're always the one doing for people, always the one doing for people. So many men are breadwinners, so many of them are carrying burdens that are not even theirs, and we don't even see it to, we don't deem it fit to appreciate them. We don't deem it fit to like, oh babe, you're trying, not for anything, it's not your birthday, it's not our anniversary, it's not anything, but I just want to appreciate you with this token of mine. Like, we need to be intentional when it comes to men too. It's not always waiting for them to do things for us. We need to gift men the way you love to receive a car as a gift too. If you're doing well for yourself, you can gift him a car. You're not going to die, your name is not going to change, nothing is going to go out of your body, you wouldn't drop dead suddenly. Let's be intentional about our men as they are about us, guys. And lastly, guys, I'm going to be merging these two things together. You see lack of communication and lack of appreciation. A man does the littlest thing for you. Maybe he told him to give you 100,000 and all you can come up with is 30k, 50k. Babe, this is the money I asked you for. Babe, what's this? Babe, you don't even know what he's going through at work. You don't know what he's going through to put money on your table, to give you that money. You don't know what he has gone through. You don't know what is running through his mind. You don't know so many responsibilities, the sacrifice he's making just to give you that 30k or 50k. And it's obvious to be appreciative. You're like, what is this? This is not the 100k. You throw it back to his face. No, that's wrong. That's really wrong. Let's learn to appreciate, even if it's the littlest things, even if it's not actually what you asked for. But let's learn to appreciate these men. They are really trying. Learn to communicate with your man. Learn to talk things out. Don't keep things in your mind. Don't bottle things up. Don't allow it for the day where you should get to this point where when you're now bursting out, it's something that you're going to say things that you're going to regret. Learn to communicate effectively. Learn to appreciate what your man does for you. All right, guys, with that, we've come to the end of this amazing, beautiful episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Was it something you loved, guys? Tell me what next you want me to be talking about, all in the comment section. But for you to do that, of course, now you have to follow us on all of our social media handles. On Instagram, we'll go by e.com_official. For Facebook and YouTube, we'll go by e.com_official. Of course, please don't forget, I'm begging you guys. Now, I don't used to beg you guys, but I'm begging you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and also turn on the notification button so that when we get a new content, you're going to be the first to know. And on Twitter, we'll go by EDOTCOM01, all in lowercase alphabet. I remain your favorite girl, B, and I love you guys. Bye, guys.